no more. I plan to surrender, repent of fighting a braid on your sunshine.
My name is Adriana Simone, and here's a video that I have for you guys, me doing my own hair. I'm slowing it down in just a few clips so you can see how exactly I install my knotless braids on myself. So right here, my hair is split into 3 sections, and I'm using my pointer finger to go under that middle leg and to grip the right leg. I use my ring finger a lot too, just to flatten the root, and you'll see me do that here in just a few quick seconds. Okay, so here like flattening it a little bit, making it a little taut. Primarily I use my ring finger to like keep it in place, and my pointer finger and my middle finger to maintain my grip. When I add the hair, I put one piece of hair in. Hopefully you saw what I did. We listen and we don't judge. I put that other piece in my mouth. I don't do that all the time, and I definitely don't do it when I'm braiding clients' hair. Of course, I'm using clips, but I'm just doing it on myself right now. So after I put that piece in my mouth, I braid regularly with my natural hair and that piece of hair, that piece of braiding hair that's in the mix now. And I'm just using that same motion, using my pointer finger, to grip the other sides, using my ring finger to keep it taut, making sure I'm pulling in my natural hair as well to keep the grip gripping. Knotless essentially consists of this back and forth pointer finger motion and my ring finger. Those are my main ones, and my middle finger is just in the mix. This next clip I sped up just a little bit so you could see what I'm doing, but right here you see I'm using my ring finger. I'm pulling my natural hair just to make sure everything's in place. And once I do that first rotation, I take that other piece of hair out my mouth, and I add it to the mix as well. So it's just gonna go under my pointer finger, and yeah, that's pretty much all it is to it. I'm still gonna add a couple more clips so you can see what I'm doing. This is the same braid, just a faster speed, me doing what I just explained previously, adding that one piece, putting the other piece in my mouth, and braiding as so. I like to pay attention to my natural hair and making sure I'm keeping it tucked as much as possible. So you'll see me add gel and tuck it under the braiding hair. And I really do, like, looking back on this video, I do rely on my ring finger as much as I thought, just keeping the braid in place and making sure it's not slipping and sliding and moving everywhere. It does really actually help. So again, I just add that piece of hair between my index finger and my thumb, putting the other piece in my mouth, making sure that my hair is gelled throughout, because my hair is super thick, and that's another reason I am using this method, because if I just add one piece of hair on 2 legs at a time, it's kind of gonna look a little bulky, and I wanted my braids to be as flat as possible in the back. So in the beginning of the braid, at the start of the braid, I do add just 3 pieces, just as an anchor, so all legs are evenly distributed with braiding hair. And when I add those 3 pieces, I'm essentially braiding overhand. So right here is when I flip to underhand, and you can see me trying to make sure like my natural hair is tucked under the braid, and the position in which I I flip my hands to get in that underhand position. I'm gonna add another clip where you can see it more clearly how I add it, and how I flip my hands, and then just making sure that I'm combing out that braiding hair as well, so I don't run into any tangles as I'm braiding all the way down. I realized like maybe the second row, like my hair wasn't really matching with that 350. I ended up getting 350, and then I already had this burgundy color too, and the burgundy color matched so much better than the 350. But I ended up, you'll see as you watch the video, I ended up mixing the two just so it gave like, you know, a little mixed color, not like, oh, I got the wrong color of hair. Even though I did get the wrong color of hair, but it's okay, it still came out real cute, still came out real nice. And yeah, so the rest of this video is pretty much going to be sped up, except for that part where I flip over again. Oh, here it is. That's how I'm adding the hair after I flip underhand. I just kind of like mix it in with my underhand technique, and then I'm just braiding like so. So I slowed this part again just to make sure y'all was seeing everything that I was doing. Adding that piece of hair between my index finger and my thumb finger. I'm not putting it in my mouth this time. You see, you can throw it over your hair, you can do what you need to do. It don't always gotta go in your mouth, and it don't always go in my mouth. But that was just a little moment, a little, getting started, all that stuff. But yes, this is how the back came out. Is cute. I mean, I ended up mixing the colors. Parts look nice. Yeah. And for the front, I didn't start adding, with my hair being so thick, I don't have to add hair until I get to the end of the braid, and that's what I did. Obviously, you can see that I braided that front, and then once I got towards the end, like where that part ends, like behind my ear, that's when I started actually adding the braiding hair. And I feel like if I added hair while I was braiding, like while I was cornrowing how I am now, how you can see now, it just would have been super extra thick and bulky and just ugly. So depending on your hair texture, you may have to add hair. Depending on your hair texture, density, all that, you may have to add hair while you're braiding on the scalp. But me personally, I don't have to, so I don't. And I don't like the really extra super bulky look. So like I said, I just waited until I got to the end of the braid, like that. Well, once it was off my scalp, that's when I started adding the braiding hair. And this is how the top looks. That's how it came out. Me adding a little mousse, putting it on my edges before I use my edge control, because quick little tip, that helps and that makes your edges stay longer and it makes them firmer. So yeah, this is the end of the video. I like the braids. I'm probably gonna keep them in about a good 2-3 weeks, no more than a month, because I like to have my hair washed.
So I blow more, I plan to surrender.